Well, hello everyone. Welcome and happy Friday. I'm Carissa Wiley from sprinkledwithglitter.com. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my craft room. I am so glad you're here. Hey, Sophie. I'm so glad you were able to join today too. I'm just seeing you pop in. I have so much planned today, and I have to tell you, I just was feeling a little anxious before I came on because I packed so much into my morning and I just don't feel like maybe I have enough prepped for today. I mean, I know like project wise, yes, but I wish I would have had a little more time to do a little more die cutting, but I did not. So we're just going to do it. We're going to go. If you all know, I put a poll over on my Instagram stories asking you what Pretty Pink Posh product you wanted me to use today, and it was so close, but we ended up with party flags, and we're going to use that today. We're going to make some fun party flags. I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can use them, and I have a fun color combination that I found over on the Concord and 9th website. So we're going to do that today, but first let's go over a couple of things. Number one, I have links to all the products I'm using in the YouTube description below. So if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there. We're going to do something a little different today, so there may be some stuff that you want to see. If you click the little link that says for a visual supply link or list, click here. It will pull up the supply list in picture form where you can then click on it to see what you're trying to get to. Those are affiliate links. I appreciate you using them, so thank you in advance. That's number one. Number two, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything that I'm sharing here. That's two. Number three, if you have not already, give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and if you're watching on the replay, I would love for you to do those things as well. It is birthday week for Pretty Pink Posh. Paulina and the crew over at Pretty Pink Posh are celebrating their 11th birthday. And if you've been around here at Sprinkled with Glitter for any time at all, you know that I have been using Pretty Pink Posh products from like the get-go. And so I'm happy to be playing with some of these products today and sharing it all with you. But there's also something special in store for you. When you shop over at Pretty Pink Posh and you use the code CELEBRATE11, you can save 10% off, and that code is good through March 9th. You can check all the details over there, but CELEBRATE11, and you can save 10% off of your order. There's also a free gift with purchase over there, so there's so much happening. So many friends here today, Marianne and Sophie and Roberta and Julie, and I saw another one too. Amanda's here. Julie and I thought, oh, maybe I didn't see her. But anyway, Rhonda's here. For all of you who are watching, I really appreciate you being here. But I'm going to get down to the desktop because we have a lot to do. We're going to do a little bit of die cutting on camera today, but I want to show you what we got. Okay. First of all, that was another thing I wanted to share. This project I shared in a pre-recorded video the other day, and this features the cake slice shaker die set from Pretty Pink Posh, brand new. So if you want to check that out, there is a pre-recorded video over on my channel for that. But watch it like after, like hang out with me, chat along. I love it when you guys are here. The next thing I wanted to share is the winner of the Instagram poll is the Party Flags die set from Pretty Pink Posh. It's part of their brand new birthday collection release. We're going to create something really fun. I just kind of mocked up like a really simple version. And so I know what I'm planning is going to work. I'm also going to be using the Fringe present, Fringe gift, Fringe, one of those. It's linked in the YouTube description below. I'm using this Fringe gift die. This is, some of these Fringe dies are like your guys' favorites. When I use these, you guys just love them so much. So I'm going to be using the bow from that. And then there's also this birthday holder add-ons. Now, a couple of months ago, a month or two ago, I used the little fox holder. This would work with that little fox holder. And there's a video that you can check out. It is a live replay where we use the fox holder. There's a new dog holder. Anyway, I think we're gonna mix and match all of these things. I also pulled out some stuff. We may use one of the greetings from this alphabet candle stamp set. And then I also pulled out, these are like older Pretty Pink Posh. This is the Party Time stamp set. I love this sentiment at the top here. So cute with the cakes and the candles and all of the little balloons and presents. So I think I'm going to use that party die. And then I don't know, I pulled this out. This is also older, but party balloons and party hats, those are all linked below just in case I use them. Now here's where I need your help. Little Lane Crafts with Rachel says, I knew you would use that set, Carissa. So Carissa, I don't know which set you're referring to. If you're party flags, it is because everybody voted and party flags won. I had a poll on my Instagram. So I need your help. And I could try to be fancy and do a poll here, but I don't have anybody helping me. It's just me running the show here. Charlie and Mochi are in their crates. They can't produce a show for me. So I have this color scheme picked. This is from the Concord and 9th site. I found it on Pinterest yesterday. I was kind of at work. Shh, don't tell anybody. I was at my nurse job and I was kind of just in my head while I had a moment thinking about what I might want to do today, what colors I might want to use. And this color palette popped up and I thought, that is such a fun color palette. This, the first 4 in this color palette, colors I use all the time: watermelon, nectar, eucalyptus, juniper. This is avocado and lemongrass. But what we can do, so we can either root for this, which would be, I would call this a very citrusy palette, a very party citrusy palette. So that would be that. If you're going to vote for this, put citrus. Or we could pop out the bright greens and bring in rainforest. And this is quintessential Carissa, I know. Or we could do the rainforest. And so I'm going to call this the Rifle Paper Company palette. So either citrus, which has these bright greens and no rainforest, or Rifle Paper Company palette, which would be the rainforest in lieu of the bright greens. So let me know in the comments. Oh, Paulina just popped in. Hi, Paulina. I'm so glad you're here. So I know you can't stay long. You already let me know, but I'm so glad you were able to pop in and just say hey to all of us. That's so special that you're here. So we can either do rifle or we can do citrus. So let me know in the comments what you want to see. And then as you're voting, I'm going to try to keep an eye on that. And as you're voting, I'm also going to be using, maybe this will help you, some diamond glitter cardstock. So just to bring in a little bit here: rifle, rainforest, citrus, rainforest. Hello from Portugal. I have a couple citrusy. I wish I had someone that could help me and kind of do like the whole, pull for me, but I just don't. So we have a lot of Rifle Paper Company palette fans, but we are going to be using the diamond glitter cardstock along with this. So I think this is very beautiful. It looks like Rifle Paper Company is winning, which is, of course, my, this is very Carissa. There's nothing more Carissa than that. So we're going to go with that. Thank you all for voting in the comments. Keep in mind, you can make this with the other palette. And I'm going to start out with the Party Flags die set. And I wanted to show you something. I'm going to cheat. Do you see this? Like striped die here. We're going to make that, but we're going to do it without a die because I want to make 4 of these today. And I know that's ambitious, but I feel like we can do it. Not with me chatting for 12 minutes already, but we're going to try it anyway. Hello, Melissa. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, but it doesn't look like anybody I know anyway. So we're just going to put that on Do Not Disturb. And we're going to continue on here. So I have the main party flag, and this creates some little score lines so you can wrap it around a like a little party straw or something like that. You could use it as a cupcake topper, or you could use it as say we're going to actually use one of them on a card today, which I think is kind of fun, but these are just fun little party decor, table decor kind of things. Julie says both are winners, I believe. And rifle is definitely the winner, Roberta. I agree. There were tons of rifle. Delia's here from New York. Hi, Delia. I think I got your name right today. And Kara's here from Arizona. Kara is my sister-in-law's name, as we all remember. Maybe we don't remember, but Kara is my sister-in-law's name. So you can see I run that through using some white cardstock, and now I have my pre-cut score lines and my little party flag base that we can use, and we can attach it to, like, as I said, like a little straw or something like that. Darlene's here from Tempe, Arizona. Thanks for joining. We're going to cut 4 of these. A magnetic hat bookmark. Yes, that would be fun as well. You could also, you could put this on a garland, which would be really fun. So you could make your own little garland with some twine. Lots of ways that you can use this. This would be a fun little gift bag, like decor thing. So you could just clip it on a craft gift bag and it would be so much fun. But we're going to make 4 of these today. And I know that's ambitious, but I'm going to show you a cheat way to kind of do the striped look without having to die cut all the different colors. And I've done a little bit of prep in advance for this, but this is something really easy that you could do. So I'm going to just start by cutting 4 of the bases from white cardstock. It could be a slice of cake, absolutely. I think that's definitely doable. And you guys have great ideas in the comments. And I have to tell you, I noticed on YouTube, I went back to watch last week's live where I was kind of asking about the time. I was trying to get all the comments and I didn't have the live chat replay turned on. Watching on replay, you should be able to see all the chat happening live too. So I apologize for that. I wish there was like a default that I could turn that on to where it would always be on, where you could watch the live chat replay. Okay, so we have 4 of these and we are going to decorate probably just one side of them. I know that's, you could do 2-sided, but we are, you know, we have time constraints here. So I want to create the striped look, but this is great. I've used it before, but what I want to do is just use the stitched one and we're going to do some paper stripping. So I have a piece of white cardstock here. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And I did some trimming of some paper strips. I was like, what are these called? Paper strips ahead of time. And I have them in all the colors. And I went with both. Like if you guys wanted to do the one colorway, we would have enough for all of that. But I have the rainforest in here. So we're good to go whichever colorway you guys chose. And we're going to go with the Rifle Paper Company one. Now to make this easy, I'm going to grab a piece of sheet adhesive. And there's various brands on the market. I have the Altenew in my stash, so I'm just going to use like a sheet of this and I'm going to trim it down to the size of my cardstock, maybe like a 1/16 of an inch shorter. Is the sound going in and out? Somebody tell me if it is. Mine is. Ooh, I don't know what to do about that. Sound is cutting out. Hold on, let me see if I can change something here. Let me see if I can change something here and help you all out, since that seems to be an issue. I went out and back in and it didn't help. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. Let me see if we can do this. Network, Thunderbolt. I'm connected. Mine did too. Is it still going in and out? Or is this something that is getting fixed? Sound is okay for Melissa. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a buffering issue. It is the internet connection. Is your mic battery low? My mic battery is not low. So I'm gonna go with 5.5. I'm gonna trim this down. No issues for Kelly. Okay, so some are having issues. So far better for me when she went out and went in. Okay, so Michelle said she closed out and came back in and it's better. I am connected to the Ethernet. So, okay. It looks like some people are having issues and some are not. I am connected to a hard wire, so I apologize. Okay, so some of you are saying if you go out and come back in, it's better. I apologize if you're having a hard time with the sound. When I move, it cuts out. Hold on. Testing. Okay, well, okay. It seems like, okay, I'm gonna keep moving. So I have my sheet adhesive here. And I'm removing the backer from one side. And I'm just gonna line this up with my cardstock as best I can. So I'm using kind of the edge of my table to just line everything up and then press that down. So now I'll have an entire like piece of cardstock that's covered in adhesive. And then what we'll be able to do is add these strips of adhesive really easily to this piece of cardstock. So I'm removing the other backer. And I'm gonna just hold on to this backer because I can use it to protect the area where I'm not working. And I am going to place my first strip, which is the watermelon, at an angle here. And I'm just picking an angle that looks, you know, good to me. Oh, Janet says YouTube Live was having some issues. The sound comes and goes. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. It looks like maybe YouTube Live is having some issues, so I apologize. But I'm going to start adding these. That must be so annoying for you all to watch. I apologize. And I wanted to show you something. So on this piece of cardstock here, there is some fuzz on the edge. And so I grabbed a nail file here. I keep it in my drawer. And I'm just gonna take it and slide it along and just kind of pull off some of that fuzz. This is a very cottony cardstock. And so sometimes when you trim it with a trimmer, it has some issues. So I'll try not to move it as much. Maybe that will help because some of you said it was worse when I was moving. Okay, Nicole says you're doing great. Thank you, Nicole. That's very sweet. Okay, and then this Juniper cardstock also has a lot of like fuzzies. So I'm just kind of rubbing it. I'm trying not to get it on my adhesive that's exposed here, but I'm just gonna kind of rub it. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this, but these are all cut to 3/8 of an inch. So, and I'm just butting them up against the previous one that was there before. So, beauty, beauty. And then we're going to rainforest. Now my rainforest, I cut with a rotary trimmer, my Tim Holtz rotary trimmer, and it cut beautifully. So I switched trimmers in the middle of this to kind of keep it cleaner. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm just flipping over to YouTube to make sure everything's good there. Okay. All right, and then I have these little strips. These are cut to about 1/8 of an inch. And this is that diamond glitter cardstock, and I'm just going to add a little strip of this in between my color combination. So I'll start with that, and then we will go to the Nectar again, okay? Hi, Megan. So I'm just making some striped cardstock using strips of colored cardstock. And then we're gonna die cut. We have such a fun thing planned today, and I think you are all gonna love this when all is said and done. I did not get that down correctly. We're just gonna pick it up and move it. Okay. And then we will keep working. So this will go fairly quick because we're using a little bit wider of a cardstock strip. If you were using like a 1/4 of an inch, this would probably take a little longer. We have our eucalyptus that is fuzzy. So let me show you all. We have fuzzies on the eucalyptus. Can you see it, how fuzzy it is? So I'm just taking it and laying it on my nail file that I have. It's kind of a fine grit nail file, and just pulling it kind of along that edge to kind of bust off some of that fuzz. Oh, the glitter, Marta says. Yes, the glitter is everything. Okay, get the fuzz off. So we're gonna go. Just keep working our pattern here. I have plenty of strips, and I have plenty here where we can make like 4 of these. Megan's in the school pickup line. Hope your guy's okay today, Megan. Your little guy. Hope he's feeling okay. Oh, he's doing good. Okay, good. Well, we voted on these colors, Megan, so this is what the people wanted to see. No, Nicole, not necessarily. If you're getting fuzz on your paper, there are certain papers that are a little more cottony than others, and so they will tend to be a little fuzzier. So it could be your trimmer, depending on the cardstock, but if you're getting it with just certain colors, it could be the cardstock. And in that case, I would recommend like a rotary trimmer, and you can get some really clean cuts with the rotary trimmer. So there's that glitter in there. And then we start our pattern again until we run out of adhesive. And then we'll work our way down on this end as well. Then once we get this built, then we can start die cutting. So we have just a couple colors like that we'll get through up here, and then we'll work our way down. Okay, so again, just taking my nail file and just kind of rubbing it along that, cleaning up that paper, cardstock. And there's only a couple colors I had to do it with because I got smart and switched to my rotary trimmer. Okay. So does anybody have anything fun planned for the weekend? I want to know all about it. So that, yep, then we need a strip of glitter cardstock. Now my glitter cardstocks, they're not quite as even as my other ones. So I'm going to try to get ones that are as even as possible. And I'm going to butt this up before I start working my way in backwards order of this color pattern. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I'm glad you guys are loving this. Marianne chose citrus, but she's still loving it. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. It is hard. I like to kind of like take some votes on the whole, on the live stream and all that. But I know that then people get disappointed too. But I'm glad to hear you're liking it anyway. So that's great news. Yeah, this can be a really relaxing thing. Oh, Stephanie's celebrating her husband's birthday. I'm going to a birthday celebration tomorrow too for a 50th of someone very dear to me in my church, and I'm so excited. She is like one of the funnest people you will ever meet. And so we're celebrating her. They're throwing her a fancy party. Fancy party. And it's almost my birthday month. March is my birthday month. And I'm really, I don't know why I'm excited about that. It's not like anything's going to be super changed, but Marta's gonna make thank you cards and label her ink pads. That sounds like something fun to do. Okay, so we're gonna just finish this out. This is where we're going, right? I'm like, did I make a mistake? No. Y'all catch me if I make a mistake in my color order. Going back to the Nectar. Now there are dies that trim out like these paper strips for you, and you could use a die for that. I did not use a die. I just trimmed these. So let's go with glitter. Oh, Roberta's going to get her stamps and dies back in her craft room with new storage envelopes. Finishing up tax packet to take to the accountant Monday. Yeah, I need to do my tax stuff too. I keep like looking at it and thinking I should do that. And then I'm like, meh, I don't really want to do that. Nicole says she's organizing her craft supplies and that feels like a second hobby. You know, organizing can be very inspiring at times. So I don't mind it from time to time. I do get help from time to time with it though. I have my daughter help me. Lucy's finishing up some class cards. Awesome. Oh, a couple things. Did you all see? I announced a couple of events that I will be teaching at this year. I know many people have been asking me what events I'm teaching this year. So one of them is the Scrapbook and Cards Today Holiday Magic event on July, I think it's the 26th. And so I'll be teaching that. You can sign up at scrapbookandcards.com/holiday-magic for that one. And then I'm also teaching at the Pink Fresh Studio Cards for Him event. So it's all about creating cards for the men in your life, and the products are based on that too. And that is at Pink Fresh Studio, and you can sign up over at pinkfreshstudio.com for that. So we're going to our last little strip here, and I'm not going to worry about that little corner. I know, taxes, ugh. Crafting along with you today, says Julie, with my C9 goodies from the winter retreat. How fun. How fun. Okay, so I have lots of strips left, by the way, and I have some fuzzies. We're going to trim all this off. So I'll bring in my rotary trimmer. Here's my rotary trimmer, and this is one that will give you really clean results, even if your paper is kind of cottony, like the rainforest, the juniper, and the eucalyptus were. So this will give me really clean results, and I'm just going to line this up and just go for a big chunk of them at one time. I have a little hanging off still, but I'm not really too worried about that. This guy is a monster trimmer. I mean, it's heavy duty. It trims really well. And I love it for, like I said, those kind of more cottony cardstocks that can tend to fray a little when you trim them. Okay. So now we have our cardstock. Ooh, that is so much fun. Let's clean up just a little here. I'm gonna grab some of these larger ones and stick them back in my jar, and then the smaller ones, they're going bye-bye. All right. So now we have this, and I want to create a striped version, but I'm going to just grab this one that has the stitching, and this is where we're going to kind of create our striped area. Now, you're not going to be able to see like where the tip is hitting on this, so you know, but this is kind of the cheater method to do a bunch of these. So I'm just going to kind of trying to figure out, where do I want this? Like, what color do I want on the tip? And I think I want just some of the Nectar. So we'll get this kind of lined up, and I could cut it straight, probably like that. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to take this. Now there is a good chance, because I'm cutting through glitter cardstock, adhesive, and all of that, that I may not get through all of this on one go. Good chance of that, but we'll see what happens when we run it through. So I'm going to just hold this in place, and I am going to, I don't want that to get all off kilter. Okay. Then I'm going to grab not only my magnetic mat, but also the metal shim and place that in there. And then I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. We'll see, crossing our fingers, what we have. Did we get through? Yes, we did. Okay, so now we have this. We have our little striped banner or party flag, and that can go right onto our base. Isn't that fun? Love that. So I'm going to move this over. We're going to trim another one. Let's see, we could do it this way so we get the most out of this. And I'm just being really careful where I place my adhesive to hold this in place, because I don't want to like ruin all this striped paper so that I've created. So I'm just kind of doing my best to kind of keep it off of the large areas. Marta signed up for Holiday Magic. How fun. I'm so glad you're being there. You're going to be there. And then we're going to run this through. Aren't these fun? I think these are so much fun. Wait until we actually make like a little party flag out of it though, because these are just so stinking cute. There's another one. Okay, and I'm going to turn this because I can get the most out of it when I turn it. And hold it in place again. And now I could have cut several of these with the actual stripe die and then pieced them back together, but I just thought that this would be just an easier way to do a lot of them. So if you were doing one or two, maybe you want to use the actual striped die in the party flags die set. But if you're doing a bunch of these, I think this might be an easier or faster way to go. And then I'm going to for sure have leftovers of this cardstock too. And so, you know, then you can use it for other projects. Let's see. I need a fourth one. I can't quite, maybe I can. Just going to be a little different angle. Let's do that. Line it up. Before I run it through, I'm just going to make sure that my die blade is not, it is coming off the edge. So we have to come down here to we have to come to a different level. We'll just do this right here. Okay. Tape that in place. Yes, Mom Snoozy 3. We could make banners for so many things. Thank you, Roberta. That's very kind. I appreciate that. All right. Those are so much fun. Should I just cut 4 more and do the back side too? Okay, no, I'm not going to do it because of time constraints, but obviously I have enough to cut 4 more and I can do the back side. But for now, we're just going to do the front side. Okay. And then later I can go back and add a solid piece or whatever to the front side. So we have our party flag bases here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have our little striped parts that we can just put on there. So we'll just add those on with some tape runner. I did refill my tape runner the other day. I pulled it out during, I think, a live, and it was totally empty. And I was like, assistant. Well, I am the assistant. So, you know, that's how that worked out. But we did get it refilled before today. So I'm just going to add this on here. I'm just going to make sure my margins are all kind of equal. You want to make sure you get some on that little tip there so that it's held down. And then we're going to do this to 4 different banners, okay? So we're just doing one side for now. We can do a second side later, or we could go back and add like a solid color if we want to keep our striped paper for something else. Samantha, hello from London. I was in London back in January for the day. That sounds so like, anyway, it was an extenuating circumstance. But anyway, the people of London were very lovely, just so kind and wonderful. It was a beautiful day there. F. Joe Clemens says, coming in late, have seen this release. So great. Always love what you do. Thanks for being here. Just adding these little flags onto our bases. And then we're going to cut some bows and we're going to do some sentiments and that sort of thing. So now that I have these on, I can take and just bend on the little perforated lines that are created by the die. So these are just, I'm just bending along the lines that are created by the die. I don't have to think too much about it because the die does the work for me. Okay. Also, don't forget, I announced this at the beginning, but for those of you just coming in, if you use the code CELEBRATE11 at Pretty Pink Posh till March 9th, you can save 10%. So now I have, dun, 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 these are cookie sticks. I had to go with whatever I could find at the grocery store today because honestly, I hadn't thought that you guys were going to pick this one, so I didn't think I would be making party flags. So I went to the grocery store and I was like, what do they have that I can use? And cookie sticks. Who'd have thunk? These are by Wilton. These are 6 inches long. They have 8-inch ones on Amazon as well. And so, you know, you could get those. But basically, you're just going to adhere this in there, and then you have your little party flag. And then you'll, you know, kind of adhere this together. So easy to do. So let's go ahead. And to do this, you could use a hot glue gun. Nicole, thanks for being here. I'm sorry you have to leave. I hope you'll come back and watch the rest so you see how it all turns out. You could use a hot glue gun, but I'm not going to do that. Julie says, I'm using blueberry. Yes, you know what? Now that I've discovered blueberry, it's a whole thing. It's a great color. I love it mixed with Tide Pool. So I'm going to just grab some double-sided adhesive, run it down the center of that area in the center. So can you see that there? It's just between those 2 lines. And then I can add my little stick in here, just like that. And then I can just adhere this. And you could like wrap it if you wanted to and make that like super snug around that. But I don't think I want to. I think I want it to keep those really like sharp lines. Yes, you can use these for a banner too, but we're going to make like little party flags. So you could stick these in a cupcake, a piece of cake. You could use them as a banner. Sophie, I hope you have a good rest of your day at work. Thanks for coming and hanging out while you can. I hope it was a good reprieve. And so I'm going to add adhesive to all of these. And then we'll add our little stick, for lack of a better term. Now, excuse me. I did see where you can obviously use these for a banner. You could use like paper straws and put these on paper straws and have them as a fun decor at your party. These could be table decor in like a little vase. You could make a banner for sure. You could put some letters on it and spell something out. Lots of ways you can use this, but I'm going to actually do a couple of these and I'm going to show you, you could actually put it on a card. So let's get our sticks in, and then we're going to just add some adhesive to the end of these to kind of adhere them closed. So just there on the tips. Okay, I think honestly, flagpole, yes, for sure. I'm just gonna add some liquid glue to these tips. We're just gonna make it work like that. Okay, so I have liquid glue, and I'm just gonna line up the tips, make sure that everything's kind of lined up there. I'll hold it for just a second. Well, okay, we're gonna get the tweezers out because I need another set of hands to hold it while it dries. I have lots of tweezers. Don't you worry. I got the tweezers. These are reverse grip tweezers, so when you let them go, they stay closed. Just gonna line that up. Hold that in place. These are only gonna get cuter, I promise. I mean, they are so cute right now. They are only gonna get cuter. So you just wait. Because we're gonna add the bow. We're gonna add a sentiment. We're gonna add some twine. We may only finish one or two, but then I'll show you how you can put these on a card and it'll be so cute. Okay, so those are gonna dry for just a minute. You're gonna marinate, and then we're going to take and add a sentiment. Now, there's a few sentiment options. There's like this little party die cut from the Party Flags die set. There is, I had another one. Oh, from this party holder add-ons, there's this wish, so we could die cut that. I'm gonna grab this guy here, which is the bow. And then I'm also going to stamp this party word from one from last year. This is called Party Time. And he embossed that onto some cardstock, probably onto watermelon. And then we'll have some options, right? I gotta go grab my vellum because it just went flying, and hopefully that didn't make the sound go out again. Is everybody's sound good now? Because we were having issues earlier. All right, so because I'm gonna do some heat embossing, we're gonna take and just prep this with a powder tool. We are going to use our handy dandy block and some Versamark ink. I love those gold tweezers too, Lucy. I'm inking this up with Versamark ink, which is the ink that I always use when I'm heat embossing. And got a great impression there, I can tell. Good. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so glad that the sound is like fine now. And we're going to use sterling because we want to bring in that silver that's also in our glitter. Grab a scrap of cardstock. Emma, hello from the UK. Glad to catch you even if I am very late. Well, you know, we might just be getting started. I don't know. We are creating with some Pretty Pink Posh products today, and wishing Pretty Pink Posh and Paulina and the crew there a very happy birthday. Favorite glue for that? I use Barely Art glue all the time. Okay, I'm gonna let this heat up for just a second, and then I'll hit this with my heat tool and we'll melt that embossing powder. You see that? So pretty. I'm gonna let it kind of cool for just a second. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a dry cloth and just buff off all the extra anti-static powder tool so that we get a nice image. And then I'm gonna grab the coordinating die and we're gonna die cut this. So we will die cut the word party here. I know I'm working upside down, it's okay. We're gonna get this right. And I'm gonna grab a couple of these. Yeah, they are out in force, Emma. We are holding those tips together as we glued them. I'm gonna grab just several of these dies that we have sitting out here from all the various things, and we'll run all this through at once. We can decide what we wanna use. I think they're probably good now. I can probably remove them all. Gotta love me some reverse grip tweezers. So those are all adhered. We'll stick them back in the drawer. We never know when we might need them again. Okay, so we have the party. We have our bow. We have the word party in a die cut form. And we have the word wish in a die cut form. Okay. So let's do another bow out of vellum. I'm making this up as I go along. And let's do this party outline, just another layer. Oh, I'm so glad you're liking it, everyone. Barely Art glue is wonderful. Out of all the glue I've tried, it is what I always go back to, Kelly says. You know what? I have been very happy with Barely Art glue, and I have a ton of it. So I haven't felt, it's been great. I haven't felt the need to like purchase more or anything because it's working for me. I'm open to trying other things, but it's sitting right there and I know it well. How's that? I know it very well. Okay, so I think we'll take the word party and we're just gonna offset it just a little. Here, let's bring you in. You wanna come in closer? Come in a little closer. We're gonna just offset this. I know that's hard to see. I'm gonna just add some liquid glue to the back of this. And we'll just slightly offset it. And just kind of go to the right and down just a little. So we have that, okay? Just give it a little shadow. Just a little shadow. I kind of like this because it has that opening in the P and I could almost dangle it from some twine. Okay, same thing with the bow. We're gonna do a little offset. So we're gonna just kind of tilt it to where we have our vellum layer, and then I can take and kind of just bend on these scored lines and give this bow a little more life. Okay, and then we get to pick which one do we want to put this on. Let's put it on this one. Okay. So I'm thinking like we do like a it's time to party situation on this one. Question for anyone who uses Barely Art's glue. I've been using it and have been cleaning the tip after every craft session. Normal? Any way to store with precision tip and not clog? It could be a like climate thing, Bonnie. I store the pin in it with the precision tip on it, and I generally have pretty good luck with that. It could be a climate situation, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I get a little goop in there where I have to kind of clean it out, but for the most part, yeah. And if you, I think the smaller bottle's actually better because you don't have as much room for air. Like air, A-I-R, not error like E-R-R-O-R. Okay, so we have that. And I'm gonna grab that Party Time set again and do the It's Time To. You know what, I had one of these earlier. I wonder if it, oh look. This was just in my like scraps. I feel like it's a little large, but we could trim it down or we could just restamp it. Let's just restamp it. Sherry says she puts a pin in hers and it doesn't clog. Yeah, I don't have a lot of problems with clogging when I keep the pin in it. Emma's been organizing all her Concord and 9th cardstock, and it's all neatly in pockets with colored tabs. Ooh, that makes me so happy. Okay. I bet you it is very humid in Guam. Oh, you know what I could do? I have this already trimmed over here. No, it's going to be too wide. Okay. I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do VersaFine Clair black pigment ink Nocturne on Nectar cardstock, and I'm gonna stamp it like right at the top. Okay, sorry if my head was in there. Bonnie, do you live in Guam? Or are you visiting Guam? Okay. And then I'm going to take a little trimmer here and keep this one in the drawer beside me. And I'm just going to trim the teeniest bit off the top. And then I'm going to go right underneath that and trim. And now we have a cute little strip. And we will just trim and trim. Then there it went on the floor. Let me grab it. So a lot of times you know what? I just smeared it too when it went on the floor. A lot of times when I'm crafting, I actually stand, but when I'm going live, I sit because the camera's at a better place if I'm sitting. Oh, it's not smudged. Okay. It's time to party. Oh, that is so cute. Okay. I'm going to take this. This is where it can get a little tricky because we're dealing with like adhesive things onto like a stick. So I want that there. But before I do that, I'm going to just grab. What trimmer is that? This is the Tim Holtz Tonic Mini Trimmer, guillotine trimmer. And it's perfect for these little sentiment strips. You know what? I have to tell you, if I had to pick just one trimmer, I'm not sure I could have just one trimmer. And I know that that seems excessive, but I like different trimmers for different things. And I think that, well, we're in big trouble now, y'all, because I just put my scissors in there and can't get my drawer open. So, but I think that there are, just like there's tools for every job, there are certain trimmers that are just better for some things than others. And so that trimmer is excellent for like these little tiny sentiment strips that are stamped and you need to trim them real close. Okay. I'm going to do that and I'm going to tie it in a big bow. And I'm going to pull the loops out really big. And this is on purpose. I know that this looks terrible, but we're not trying to make a bow here. We're really not. We're going to try to make like a mess of twine. You guys, I am going to be in big trouble now because, like I said, I have put my scissors in this drawer and I cannot get in there to get into the drawer anymore because they're stuck up. Let's see if I can My husband's usually the one who has to help me with this. When he comes in the craft room and he's like, Amelia Bedelia, you've done it again. Okay. I don't think his class is watching today because I'm doing this at a later time. Okay, we got into the drawer. This is real life crafting, everyone. This is what happens. Yep, this drawer is very... This is my tool drawer that sits right in front of me. Okay, I think just leave it like that for now. Okay, so now I'm gonna just, I hope you're all still there after my moment. Okay, so now we have just all these little random strings. My husband said today, do you buy craft stuff to organize rather than use? That's funny. Oh, we are all fixed. We're back in business here. I just shook it a little more and we're all back in business. I am going to take a pair of these scissors out for now, though. Those tend to be the problems of all the things. Okay. Now, digging in drawers. Yes, we're just making it happen today. Okay, so a little foam adhesive on the back of my bow. There's probably a better idea for this. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to put it on top of the string because then it's not getting to the paper portion. So, removing the backer. I'm gonna add some liquid glue. So glad I'm not the only one who's been there with the drawer situation. I'm glad I was able to fix it myself. So here's my problem with fixing the drawer. My problem with fixing the drawer is not that I cannot fix the drawer. It is that I often lack the patience to fix the drawer. And so I often call my husband because he is Mr. Patient. He is just, when I need a necklace untangled, he's the one who has to do it because I don't have the patience to do that kind of stuff. But that man, well, you know, he has to be a little bit patient because he lives with me and I'm a lot. So I usually call him because I'm frustrated and I don't want to deal with it. I'm not liking what this is doing and it's pulling on that string. And so we're gonna retie all that and we're gonna go right onto the bottom of the flag here. Okay. Nope, I don't like that either. We're gonna go right below the string. Okay, we're there. Okay, so fun. And now we can do a little bit of foam adhesive on the back of our party word. Yeah, Stephanie, I tried that. I didn't like it. I think actually maybe hot glue or like a glue stick might be the best idea there, but I'm using what I have available to me at this moment. I'm gonna actually put this at an angle, just like that. So party, and we'll go just like that. A little foam adhesive. Okay, so the other thing that you can do is you can use some of the smaller die cut elements from some of the die sets that I've shown you earlier to kind of add some decoration to this, but this is so much fun we've got to add some sparkling clear confetti. Where'd it go? It was here. Let's grab that wherever it went. You guys, I have quite the mess happening at this particular moment. Here it is. Okay. And then, if you want to, you can totally add this to a card. So I have 3 more here, which I can decorate. I don't know that we'll decorate them live today, but I have 3 more. They're cute, I think, even with just the stripes on them. They're just so cute. I'm going to add this one. Just do a little bit of liquid glue and a few of these sparkling clear confetti. And then, do we want to add it to a card, or is it just too cute on its own? It would be so cute. I wish I had a little gift bag in here to show you all how cute this would be just clipped to a gift bag. In fact, I have to go to a party tomorrow and I may just clip one of these onto a gift bag. How cute is this? We need one of those in the middle of this, right? Emma says the vision has come to life before our eyes. I'm so glad you're seeing it. Okay. How cute is that? Love that. Julie loves it too. I'm so glad you guys like this. I think it's such a, you know, it's fun to do. I love card making, but it's fun to use these products for something besides a card sometimes. So let's talk about a card, shall we? It's 2:05. I've been going for about an hour and 5. This would be how I would just put it onto a card. I would just kind of do this. We could do a 5x7. You could have it like hanging off the bottom. There's no rules against that, okay? No rules. But if you just kind of put it on there, and you could either attach it with like a little bit of foam adhesive. You could tie it on here so that like you could put a couple of holes and just tie it on, and so the person could remove it. I think that would be so much fun. I love all the little extra, like, in fact, if I had more like little doodahs, I would probably put more doodahs. And by doodahs, I mean like fibers and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of that in my craft room, but how cute would this be on a card? Now, the other thing that it would be fun is to put it on a 5x7 card. So let's try that. I left you hanging. So do you guys, should we make this into a card today, or do we just leave it as it is? It's so much fun. Love it. Let's try a 5x7 card base and see what that looks like. So to cut a 5x7 card base, we need a piece of cardstock that is 10 inches by 7 inches. So I'm going to go to 10 on this. See, a different trimmer, but it's good for its own, in its own right, you know? 7. So 10 by 7, and we're going to score this at 5. So we're going to grab my little scoreboard, make a card, make a card. 5 inches, it's right there. It is not one of the ones that I have previously marked, so I got to make sure that I'm scoring in the correct spot. Grabbing my little thing here. So 5 inches. Fun cake decor. I agree, Bonnie. So many ways, honestly. Just like a gift topper, cake decor, stick it in a cupcake. So many fun ways to use it. Here it is on a 5x7 card. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, let's move on with this because I have an idea. We'll see if we like it or not. Do I bring in another color? I don't know if I bring in another color. It's cute on the blue, but maybe we just need it on Eucalyptus. Let's do this. So this I'm going to cut to probably 4.5. So that's 1/2 inch smaller, 7 by 6.5. Oh, do you see how this cardstock is fraying? It's a little more cottony, so I'm just going to do this. By 6 and 1/2-ish, or about 6.5 there. Okay. And now, because I use that rotary trimmer, I have none of that fraying. Okay. How fun is that? And then what we could do had, let's see, this is the alphabet candle set, and I almost used this today, and then I gave you guys the choice and you wanted to see something different. So I'm just gonna do like a happy birthday sentiment on white cardstock. Have some scrappies over here. Let's grab a scrap. This is Concord and 9th white cardstock. It is like one of my favorites. It is my favorite, actually. Not one of my favorites. We could do it in black. Bonnie says she's noticed that the Fisker's orange and white trimmer have, you know, she gets fraying with the Concord and 9th. Yes, there are some cardstocks that are more, they're just more cottony than others. And so some blades just tend to fray them a little bit. But I have found that if you're running into that, if you get a rotary trimmer for those cardstocks, because it's not just Concord and 9th. I have other ones that would do it too, especially things like a watercolor cardstock or even a letterpress cardstock can do that a lot because they are so cottony. But if you, yeah, Kelly, definitely the paper content. But if you get like a rotary trimmer, I find that it takes care of that. No problem. So that's black. And then our other color that we could do would be, let's do Eucalyptus. This would make a great invite for sure. And because we did like the cheater method for the stripes, I think it would actually be feasible. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it would be crazy to do like 10 or 15 of these. Okay, I like that color. That is Eucalyptus ink on white cardstock. Then we will grab the coordinating die and die cut that out. Julie says, Carissa, you're going to make me file chapter 11. I'm so sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Let's cut the sky out, shall we? Just going to line that up. We'll see if I like this with the blue background because I don't know. Yeah, some cardstocks are just more cottony than others. And so it's just, every paper mill is a little different. And so it's just, one of those things. I will tell you, I actually have two rotary trimmers behind me here. I have the Tim Holtz and I have a Fiskars rotary trimmer. And I'm going to be honest, like I wish some of their measurements, like the smaller measurements are hard to get on some of them. Like if you're cutting a full sheet of paper and you need like a 1/4 or 3/8 inch, like I was working with today, it was really hard to get that from there. So that was a little frustrating. The smaller measurements on both of my rotary trimmers are a little frustrating, but it's nothing that you can't make work. Okay. I have a whole mess of things over here. This is not on Eucalyptus, and I'm wondering if I should try it on Eucalyptus. This is actually Tide Pool here. See how fun just like something like this would be with a bow. Happy birthday. That's why I went ahead and cut these out, because I thought I could use them. Roberta says, I physically can't. Okay, so what you have to do, Roberta, is you have to push the blade in with your hand. So you can't just push from the top. You kind of have to like come in from the side and do that. So that's how you make that one work. Okay. I love this. We're going to tie some other string on here. This is, whoa, sorry. I'm running out of room now. This is metallic string here, thread. We're just gonna tie that onto our little stick as well, just to give it some more, you know, oomph, sparkle, shine, all the things. I'm gonna have to take off my bow to do this. My little guy just came off. So to reinforce all this, when it's done, I will go in and add some glue behind all this thread and stuff to kind of keep everything where I want it to be. And for this, it's just going to add some more, like I said, some more sparkle to the stick of this. And we're for sure not going to do like 3 more of these today. But you get the point. I was so ambitious when I thought, let's do 4. Okay. Just a reminder, if you have not already, I would love it if you would hit the thumbs up on this video, share it with a friend, keep chatting in the comments and the chat. And if you have not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and hang out with me. I've been doing lives on Fridays and we've been having a great time, right? We're having a good time. Older wood looking mirror memory keepers one. I remember that one. I had that one at one time. Okay, now we have more, like, it's kind of hard to see it, but maybe you'll see it when we get it down here. This guy goes here. Okay, and I think just something like that would be very simple, very easy. And the cutest of cards, right? I mean, I don't even, like, I could add texture and stuff, but I don't even know that it needs it. What's funny, Stephanie? I want to know. Okay, let's do this. we're going to put this on our 5x7 card. Oh, I see. I see, Roberta. There's like a movement that's a little difficult. I get that. Okay, let's do some foam adhesive on the back of this guy. Thanks for subscribing. I'm glad you're here. And what do you guys think? I think just simple like this is fine. I don't know that it needs a whole lot more. That party banner on its own, party flag, is just so much fun. I think we go like this. We put this guy here. Just like that. And then we can add this guy with just like a little bit of foam adhesive, or we could, you know, there's a lot of ways you could actually add this. I'm just going to add a strip of foam adhesive right there. And I'm just going to take this guy, put him at an angle. And I'm not going to go too hard on like putting it down, because I just feel like, oh, it's so cute. Maybe more boops. We can do more boops. I think boops is called for. Rhonda says she loves it the way it is. Very cute. I think it's fun too, just simple like this. And then I love how that's kind of just, the sticks kind of popping off. I love that. And then we can add, of course, some more sequins, some confetti. How cute is this? I really, I'm thinking I'm not going to add like the pictures today, because I may spend part of my afternoon adding some more stuff to these others. I don't know, we'll see. I have a few other things on my list of to-dos today that I want to do. One thing is I have a whole bunch of, this is just like so random. I fell down a rabbit hole last week. So I fall down rabbit holes just like you guys do with the purchasing and all this. What I fell down a rabbit hole with last weekend, my husband was gone. And the weather was beautiful. I was out running around. I fell down a spray paint rabbit hole, and I ended up ordering a ton of spray paint because I wanted it to create projects with my laser cutter. And so, and then I had to have like a bunch of the colors. So I'm just like, there's spray paint coming today. A whole lot of spray paint coming. And so part of what I want to do is organize it in like a little cart, because it needs to, I can't store it in my garage. It just gets too hot here in California where I live. So I'm going to organize it in a little IKEA cart that I have that's holding cleaning products. And we all know, maybe we don't, but I'm not using that cart for cleaning products. I'll just tell you that. I mean, they're in there, but I'm not using the cleaning products that are in there. So I'm going to repurpose it and make it a spray paint cart, and then I can wheel it in and wheel it out when I need it. And then we have, I will have like all of my pretty new spray paints ready to go, which I don't know how I'm ever going to use all of them. I just, oh, look at this. Isn't this fun? I think this is so much fun. Oh, I think a stitch border die on the tide pool background would tie in the detail from the banner. Yes, it would. I just don't have like one that big, I don't think. So I think it is what it is at this point. It's just simple. It's fun. It's over the top. I love it like this. And of course, I have a couple more that I can do my thing with. think it would be fun just to have like a happy birthday with like maybe a party hat on this one. You could do like a wish. Just do something simple. So much fun. All right. You know what? And I didn't really know where I was going to end up with these. I didn't know if I was just going to make like little banners and call that good. If we were going to make a card. I didn't know, but here we are and we're at the end and I love how it turned out. Do you love this? Is this something you would try? All right. So does anybody have any questions? Because before I let you go, I always love to give you the opportunity to ask questions. Marta says, loving how this card came out. You always hit it out of the park. Thank you so much, Marta. You're like one of my biggest fans. I appreciate you. Any questions that I can answer? I have so much planned for this weekend. I have some wood to sand. I have some spray paints to organize. I have some little banners to finish decorating, which I think will be so much fun. And yes, a graduation. You know what would be really fun? Well, let me tell you that in this release from Pretty Pink Posh, there are some number candle stamps. And I think it would be fun to put like your age or, 25 or 29 or 50, however, like the recipient's age on here and like the little happy birthday or even just like a sentiment strip hanging down from the bottom, like hanging vertically from here. So much fun. So you could add a number, but if it was for a graduation, you could use the year, right? So you could just use some number dies and put the year on that. And that would be a lot of fun too with the little graduation hat. So much fun. Well, I don't see any questions coming through, so I am going to flip back to this camera. Oh, I do have a question. Megan Taylor wants to know, what do you use to curl your hair? It always looks fabulous. Well, thank you, Megan. I actually use, it's the Lange, L-A-N-G-E is the company name, and it is the La Duo Grande. And I've talked about this before, but I used to hate it when my hair was long and thick, but my hair is shorter now, and my hairdresser actually thins it because I have so much of it. And now that it's shorter and it's thinned out a little bit, I love, it's a tool that you can use to either curl or you can do a straightener with it. I don't like it for the straightener. I only like it for the curls. What striped paper is that? We made it, Mommy, or Mom Snoozy 3. We made it with some paper strips. So I made my own. They're 3/8 inch paper strips. You can watch that from the beginning, but it's Nectar, watermelon, eucalyptus, juniper, and rainforest cardstocks that I made it with. What's the code for the discount, Laura? It is Celebrate11, and you can save 10% off at Pretty Pink Posh until March 9th. And just go over and check all the exclusions and all that over on their website. Samantha said, I just bought this release after I said no more spending didn't last long. Well, I'm sorry. The graduation year, yes, Stephanie. And Megan, thank you so much. Megan says it's adorable. Gah! I love it too. So I want to thank you all for joining me here today. It really means a lot that you're willing to spend your Friday afternoons with me. If you're watching on replay, thanks for being here as well. I hope you'll leave me a comment and let me know if you enjoyed watching this back. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notifications. I will be back here next Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. This time seems to work really well for me. So I'll be back next Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time and we'll create. Roberta says use Carissa's links, please. I'm watching all the comments and I'm just watching. So thanks so much. Yes, there are links in the YouTube description if you want to use those. I really appreciate it. So we'll see you next Friday. I'll be back Monday with another video tutorial featuring more Pretty Pink Posh products. So I hope you'll join me then. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my card making and paper crafting video tutorials. Thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.